We have this video of a man who was sent by God to tell us how bad the Bible is and why Africa is where it is today because of the Bible and because of Christianity. And mind you, he was sent by God.
So I am here once again to bend the Bible again. I said wherever that the Bible will meet me, it should run away. It's because of Bible. That is why we are suffering. I said it's because of Bible. That is why we are suffering.
So he claims the Bible to be a scam. I mean, the scam of the century, isn't it?
This is full of Bible. It's because of Bible. That is why Africa, we are suffering. I said it's because of the Bible. That is why this has been tough for Africa. I am anti-Bible. I said God in the Bible. I said God in the Bible is stupid. I said Jesus in the Bible is stupid. I said.
So nothing speaks of intelligence even looking at this guy's face and even his dressing or his clothing or how he carries himself. This guy is obviously someone who is kind of not in his right state of mind. Because you can't say that Africa's problem begin from the Bible. It obviously doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And the people behind him holding candles, which are all a product of the West, are actually some kind of cult to say. They're just there like, yeah, yes, scam, yes. I mean, if this is not a cult, then what is?
I will do it again. I said, wherever God of the Bible will meet me, it should run away.
This kind of thing is happening all around Africa, where people are going around blaming the Bible for their misfortune and bad things happening to them. I mean, is it really right to blame the Bible for things that really don't concern the Bible?
And tell the God of the Bible that he cannot do anything. I want to tell the God of the Bible that he is nothing.
I believe that religion is something personal for everyone. But that obviously doesn't mean going around banning the Bible, the Quran, and anything that has to do with other people's religion. It's obviously something retarded.
We're going to ban it. We're going to ban it. Yes, we're going to ban it. We're going to ban it.
Saying that the Bible has power or doesn't have power just shows how illiterate someone is. Because obviously, the Bible doesn't have any power. It's the words inside the Bible that are considered to have power, but not the book itself. I mean, how illiterate can someone be? And does it get more illiterate than this?
God sent me to come and speak the truth. That's what I'm doing.
Well. So God sent him to tell us that the Bible is a scam. In some African countries, we have this profession called night running. And yes, it's actually a profession. And the main job of this profession is to cause havoc to your fellow neighbors and bring distraction to them, especially during the night hours while everyone is asleep. So night running, especially in Kenya, is said to be a form of communication with ancestors, where people in the process of causing havoc communicate with their ancestors. And it has become more than, it's actually even more than a conversation, and it's been something that has been happening for centuries. I myself have been actually quite unlucky enough to witness it. And I can tell you, it's more than a horror. So the main job of night running is to cause havoc and disharmony in the community, especially during the night hours. And mind you, this kind of thing takes places in upcountry areas in Africa, where in these areas there's no electricity. So most of the time, it's pitch black. And so these night runners know how to take advantage of this darkness and scare people out of their souls. The way these people scare you, unexplainable, man. So night runners are mainly called witches, or we claim them to be witches, because obviously you can't be out here running at night. I'm just doing your normal stuff like going to school or something at night. Obviously, these people always have an agenda, and their main agenda is to disturb people, and that's why they're considered witches. Because obviously, a person running during the night, causing havoc to their neighbors, is obviously a witch. And what do you do to witches? They get burnt. So here we have a very proud night runner who explains to us how this profession takes place.
Activities, it is in the Kenyan's law, but we are falling under sports, art, sports and culture.
First of all, his dressing code already, he looks like the boogeyman. So sometimes they throw ash, sand, stones on your roof. I mean, this obviously unlocks a new level of scary. I mean, you don't want to be a part of it. You don't want to witness it. So in this profession of night running, there is obviously a target audience. And the target audience of these night runners is mostly elderly people. Younger people, obviously, you are in Africa, and these people, some might even have some bows and arrows just stored away for that kind of things, some machetes. So these people won't risk going to a house that has youths. Meaning, obviously, that before they come to your house, they must survey it to know who they'll be disturbing. And if they find that it's a person who is a threat to them, they won't act immediately. But if it's a older person staying there, I mean, obviously the threat is kind of low. So that's how they operate.
For a start, this is Jack Songo, whose official name is Moses Okinyi. And here he is doing what he does best at night. And as much as this may appear scary, some neighbors are just comfortable with it.
So to them, it's basically a cat and mouse game. So they want to be chased. Basically, that's what they want. They want you to come out and see if they're there. And if they are, you have to chase them. And for someone to be doing such kinds of thing, you have to be crazy.
I inherited this from my father. He also inherited it from my grandfather.
So they've inherited this from their ancestors, grandfathers, fathers, and all that. Meaning it's something that has been there for generations. And meaning it will be there for other generations. Because the people doing this right now, they'll obviously pass it on to their children. And I'm telling you, this is how poverty continues. Yeah? Because with nothing else to do, you can imagine waking up in the morning and just waiting for the night to go and disturb other people. I mean, if that isn't poverty, then what is? I mean, who would love such a person whose main goal is to disturb other people's sleep and even cause other people heart attacks because of scaring them? Obviously, they are hated. And they should even be on the Guinness World Book of Records as one of the most hated people. Because I can tell you, these people are not liked at all. And actually, there are even hunters who are just out to hunt night runners.
The jury is still out on whether we have real night runners in Kenya and who can dare come out in the open and announce their trade.
I kind of wonder who pays them for this kind of thing. Yeah, is it the ancestors or who is it? And speaking of profession, there's a time even in Kenya that these people are asking to be licensed to be doing this kind of job legally. So you can imagine the irony in this, man.
People get hurt when they get caught. Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, it is worth.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing which can make you stop.
Even death.
Something a person is willing to die for. I mean, people die for their family, people die for money, yet some die for night running.
We are not witches. Our poison is to scare them.
Some even go to the extreme extent of smearing blood around the house. Imagine waking up and opening your door and the first thing you see is blood smeared all around your house. I mean, what do you do from there?
11 elderly Kenyan villagers accused of practicing witchcraft. Traditional African beliefs, Christianity and Islam coexist peacefully in Kenya, but there's widespread suspicion of sorcery, particularly in West Kenya, which has a long tradition of witch doctors and faith healers.
There was actually a time where witches were being hunted during the day and night because of some misfortune that used to happen to other people. And mind you, this kind of thing takes place mainly in eastern part of Africa, because when you go to the western part of Africa in Benin, Togo, Ghana, those areas, witchcraft is widely accepted. But in the eastern regions, witchcraft is seen as something that is criminal. Yeah, and witches are not even bargained with. When they are caught, they get burnt or they even get killed on the spot.
In this incident 3 months ago, villagers watched as a group of youths torture 5 suspected witches. No amount of beating is enough for the bloodthirsty mob, and soon they set their victims on fire.
So in other countries where witchcraft is widely accepted, countries like Mexico and even Benin and West Africa, like I mentioned before, do you think that it's right for this other part of Africa to be banning witches? Like, do witches really add anything to the society? Or is it right to ban them? Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.